Yeah. Number 2. Cold opening.
I'm not getting notified, man.
Why aren't you getting notified?
Good time.
Should be. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
There we go.
Excellent. Now, where is that? Where can I find that? It's pretty bad. I can't even see my own post. Oh, we got Brock. We got 3 viewers. We got Ross.
Dane.
4.
Dane.
Dane.
Dane,
Oh,
Dane.
I didn't even tell me Dane was on. Everybody's watching now. Okay, we live. All right. Ross,
Yes, sir.
how was your weekend?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good?
Action packed.
Action-packed.
Yeah.
You had fun down in Virginia Beach?
Nope.
Nope.
Virginia Beach.
Me neither.
All right.
Yeah. So what'd you do instead? Tell me.
I worked on Saturday.
You worked?
Went to the T-ball end of the year
T-ball?
picnic day.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, what did we do? Went to my mom's house and stuff.
Went to your mom's house and stuff?
Yeah. Did some yard work.
Bet. Action-packed, man. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that's right. We played football too.
Oh yeah, you had a
We did
game!
play football.
You played against the Killer Bees, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, like
And
3.
Taylor Leonard.
And Taylor Leonard. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Killer Bees played the Warriors on Sunday.
5 of them.
All
I wouldn't even
5,
call it that.
including Taylor Leonard, who wasn't really on that team. But you know what? They went out there and tried.
I appreciate it though.
Ross
I do
appreciates it. Shout out to those guys for coming down.
My guys actually came out.
Yeah,
It worked out.
I've never seen so many of your guys like come out for practice ever, and I've visited a few times.
Pretty good.
It's good. I'm glad to see you all are out there bowling again, especially with this weekend coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's time.
It was perfect timing.
But before we get to this weekend, let's talk about the status of our league and the circuit as of last weekend.
Right.
As we look at the results of Virginia Beach, looking ahead at the results of it, for the MD Raiders, first and foremost, because they started that morning. First game was against the ADL Bruins, and Ross, this was one-sided, 27-7.
Yeah, that's one-sided.
And this was the start of the trend for the Raiders, as the next game with Downstate, according to what I read, was 20-7. Jamie Wolf said 14. Someone from Downstate guessed at 20, so maybe, I don't know which score's correct.
Right.
I'm going to go with the latter, I'm assuming. I don't know what's official. So the Raiders 0-2 on Saturday. And if you combine those, that is almost a minus 33 margin. That is not a good day one.
That is not good at all.
No, absolutely not. Disappointing Saturday for the Raiders. ADR, on the other hand, had a good Saturday, but it didn't start out good. They played the Bulldogs, and they were down, according to the final score, it was 16 points. So it was like 16-0, I believe, in the second quarter, before they rallied back and won 19-16.
Right.
So shout out to ADR for scoring an A bracket win. Not just 1, 2. Unfortunately, I didn't get much look at that other game with the Lions. That game, for the most part, was not live streamed. There was parts of it live streamed. We had it on Blunt Talk page for about, 30 seconds, 45. The little stream we tried from my bedroom, that was fun. Good times. 14, Damien? Okay, I don't know. I remember somebody was disputing that score on that page, so it's hard to tell. Let's just go with you guys lost. That works for me. But congratulations, ADR 2-0, Raiders 0-2. So things looked good for us as a league on Saturday, in a way, because it's like, you know what, the Raiders can improve from day one. They can bounce back in day 1. ADR went 2-0. They can bounce back in day 2. Then day 2 hit, and Raiders went against Bayes Auto.
Yeah, tough draw.
Yeah, not the draw you want. And we saw them not last month, but 2 months ago in Ocean City against AFN. Bayes just absolutely dominated the Raiders, 26-0. I remember there was 2 pick sixes thrown in that game. That was crucial to that blowout. But in the end, Raiders 0-3 for the weekend. We still had ADR. Had is the key word. That game not shown either. That game was blacked out. We didn't get a chance to see that one. 21-6, ADR fell to 7-point spread. So overall for the weekend, Ross, the league, the two main league teams in the county, ADR and the ND Raiders, combined for a record of 2-4.
Right.
And it's an improvement from Ocean City. I will say that. 2 wins is better than what it was Ocean City. Ocean City was not pretty. We had one win in Ocean City, and that was it. But some improvement. Hopefully we'll get better on the circuit as time goes on. Owings Mill's coming up in about August. And, of course, we also have coming in right around November the Hagerstown tournament as well. So we got plenty of opportunities to make an impact on the circuit. But I'll tell you who did have a good weekend. And once again, they did it. The affiliate nation rised, and they did it. Once again, on a big stage, they balled out. Let me take a look at these scores. 20-0 against the Chargers. 19-13 against Crossbreed. 3-0 against the Baltimore Hawks. Justin Fox, I just saw the clip earlier.
The kick?
The kick. The kick by Fox. 50-plus yards. Could have been good from 60.
Right.
Absolutely impressive. And that's just a small part of the success AFN had this weekend. Offensively, dominant. They went on to beat Riot Squad 21-6. 7-3 over Bays Auto in a semifinal rematch from Ocean City. Another dogfight against Bays. And then in the end, championship game, 14-0, AFN over Rampage. So what does this mean for AFN? Can we talk about the year they're having on the circuit?
Really good year.
They have to be the number. They are just on the B bracket circuit. AFN has been dominant. Let's take a look at this Virginia Beach one. Overall, they outscored their opponents 84-22. That was an average of outscoring them 18-4. So AFN outscored their opponents on average this weekend by a score of 18-4 in 6 games.
That's good numbers.
That's very good numbers, Ross. Oh my gosh. The last 2 tournaments, they've outscored their opponents 217-4 to 54 rather. And I had it backwards. Virginia Beach was actually 14-3 on average. That's even more impressive. 14-3 was the average for Virginia Beach. The overall for the last 2 tournaments, 12 games, 18-4.
Really
4 points per game surrendered defensively in 12 games.
That's good stuff.
AFN is dominant right now. They are just absolutely on a tear on the B bracket circuit. And we're going to try to get somebody from AFN on tonight. But we're going to have plenty of guests. Anybody who wants to call in, feel free. We're going to be previewing county as well. But going back to AFN real quick. In tournaments, they are 17-1 this year. 17-1 overall. The sole loss came to the Ducks, 13-12 in Atlantic City.
Really?
In a game where they missed 2 extra points. 1 point is the difference. And, of course, the other game, but let's ignore that.
Right.
That's 1 point away, 1 difference away from being practically 18-0. That's insane. The run they are having right now is phenomenal, and I don't think they're done. Right now in Maffel, I want to say they only have about 1 loss. I may be wrong on that. Please fact check me on that. I try to keep up on as many leagues as I can, but right now in Maffel, they're entering the playoffs this weekend. They got to be a favorite going into that. They played extremely well. We saw what they did in the Washington County Flag Football League last spring. We just actually went back and watched that episode earlier that we did a Blunt Talk when they won the Spring League. And AFN's doing the same exact thing that they did last year to win it. They play a great defensive football. They know how to use their guys. They even brought back some of the guys they had from the prior team. They're just better, Ross. They're better now than ever. You'll call in? Let me see if I can. Hey, I'm ready anytime. I think you might have to watch on your... You might have to get your phone, though, because this gives me the option for you to call in. I don't know if you're watching on your laptop or not. But, let me message him real quick. Make that easier. But like I was saying, AFN has just been absolutely fantastic, and
Pretty dominant.
they're not done yet. Like I said, they could win Maffle this weekend, and that's what 3 trophies this year.
Yeah.
They could go and win Albany next month. Yes, they're in Albany, guys. AFN has entered the tournament in Albany. They will be there. I have a hard time with that. What are you doing, Maddox?
Yeah, I'm not.
I thought you were looking at me like that for a second.
You're good.
With your fast typing skills.
But no, I'm absolutely impressed with the run they've had, and I look forward to seeing what they do the rest of this year. We forget we're only in June of this flag year because to me it starts in March. It all starts in March when we have the tournament, St. Patrick's Day, to kick off the county, Maffle, and all the other leagues, and it runs all the way to nationals, 10 months. They still have plenty of time to win more. Owings Mills, Hagerstown, maybe they might even go to win nationals. We don't know yet. We'll see.
That's the ultimate goal, isn't it?
That is the ultimate goal, and if they do that, that would make them the most successful team to ever walk into our league, period.
I hope they do.
Overall. I hope they do, too. I like to see them do it. Hey, you know what? I want success for everybody. I do type fast, Malcolm. I once had about 90 words per minute in high school. Fun fact. I was pretty good at that. And right now, I believe it's going to work. If it works, Facebook Live is always like really weird and fickle, and it drives me nuts sometimes because like I accepted the call request. Let me see if I can do it a different way. Like one day there's going to be an edited version of these episodes out there, and we'll be able to like watch them proper. Okay, it's not working. But like I was saying with AFN, they've just been absolutely dominant, and I'll tell you, I miss having them up here in county.
I do too, man.
It made things fun, made things interesting, gave another team out there, aside from ADR, to go out there and dominate.
I said you missed them.
But it gives a lot of good competition, too. AFN is a good team to learn from. Ross, you remember last year.
No. That was a good game.
That game you guys had, 13-12, Warriors AFN.
That was a good game, man.
Absolutely phenomenal. It was a very physical ball game. AFN had a lot of amazing games. If you have not seen the AFN ADR game, last year's Spring Championship game on YouTube, we just posted it the other day. It's up there on the Washington County Flag Football page on YouTube. That game, also an absolute classic, one for the ages. But AFN, one of my favorite teams to watch out there on the circuit and even in league play. Would really love to see them come back one day.
AFN, I miss AFN.
You miss AFN, Maddox? This kid, Maddox, come on frame real quick.
Show him your jersey.
He's the biggest AFN fan there is. He was wearing the jersey, this jersey, on the sideline for the in Ocean City for the championship game. Absolutely the biggest fan of AFN I've ever met.
Yep.
And probably the biggest flag football fan. Hey, Maddox is a free agent for now. 11 years from now, he'll be available to sign, guys.
Yep.
He's got a heart and desire to try to play the game.
Right now he's on the BAAA team.
Ooh, is this going to actually work?
Tastes
Ooh, it's
like-
adding. It's adding. I got Hutchins on. Right now, it works because Facebook Live.
Going on, Joey?
Nothing much, sir. Nothing. You got a pair of headphones?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Gotta fix my audio too.
All right.
Excellent. It works better now.
What's going on, man?
It's nothing much, man. Nothing much. You know what I'm regretting?
What?
Not being down there this weekend, dude. That run was absolutely phenomenal.
I know, man.
It was
we
even
looking
better
for
than
you,
the
man.
Upper City run.
Yeah, we was definitely looking for you.
Yeah, it wasn't a good month for me. May wasn't, and so it wasn't in the works for me to get down there and everything else. So, but you know what? I'll be at Owings Mills, and that comes up around soon, and hopefully maybe Albany. We'll see. I wouldn't mind seeing New
Okay.
York. I haven't been up there in a while.
Yeah, man. We noticed not too many people from this side take that trip up there. So, we trying to just ride this momentum we got, just keep playing as much as we can. So we decided to take the trip on up north. See how that go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes too. As you mentioned, a lot of teams from down here don't travel very well up there,
Hmm.
and it would be very good to see one of our guys come home with a trophy, especially the way you all have played this year. I mentioned that record. Did you catch what I said earlier? The record was
Yeah, yeah,
that's insane. That
yeah,
almost has to be. It has to be a record for winning percentage or something in the B bracket for a whole year because that's just crazy to think about. That's a lot of good teams you're beating,
yeah, man.
especially
We
doing
were
the circuit.
Yeah, we were just talking about it in chat, man. Like, it's crazy we didn't really realize until like you actually said like we kind of realized it, but we kind of didn't really pay that much attention to it until you posted the stat. We were like, damn, it's kind of good. You don't really notice too many people, losing. What you said it was like 18-1 or something like that. Something like we lost with like one game the past three tournaments.
17-1.
17. That's crazy, man. That's definitely crazy. And then the margin of victory, like, is that's insane, man. Like, it's like when your defense is clicking, the offense is scoring. I mean, it's automatic.
Yeah. The defense has been the biggest story to me. 4 points per game surrendered in 12 games.
Yeah. I think with the defense, you know, always wanted to run a certain defense, and that's just we have the players to run any type of defense. Like when we played, who was that single elimination out? Virginia Beach. Uh, Baez, actually, that is tall guy, tall, swole receiver. You know, Taysom, we brung Taysom in, put him at cornerback. Guy ain't getting out one catch. You know, they got speed guys. We got speed guys that cover the speed guys. They go big. We got the D lineman for it. Like we have a players for any type of matchup. And that's what I think makes our defense good. Because after the first quarter, first half, after we see what you're running, after that it's like we adjust and we could plug in so many different people, man. And like I think that's the fun part about our defense, man. Like I have trouble sometimes trying to figure out what to put in, but I think that's a good problem to have, just shows how
Yeah.
how deep you are, because like anytime anybody can make a play. Like Chico, we actually went the whole tournament without any DB subs for this tournament, which was amazing. Like no DB subs. Chico had to play offense and DB for me. He stepped up big for me. We played man basically almost the whole tournament, or a form of man, and he was running routes, playing man, and he had stepped up big for us. And it's stuff like that to where even when we're short some players, we still producing. I think that's the key to our defense and offense right now is even when people is missing, we're still clicking. Like you wouldn't even be able to tell that we only
Team ball.
yeah like no subs, like
I,
not one
I
sub.
mentioned earlier. I mentioned earlier last year's episode we did where I interviewed you guys after the championship win, and the one thing I emphasized there was the fact that you guys could plug anybody almost
Yeah.
anywhere and find ways to win.
Hmm.
And that was the most admirable trait about watching your team last spring was that it didn't seem to matter who you had.
Yeah.
You were going to come out there and you were going to give it your all.
Hmm.
You guys had Dante playing quarterback at one point.
Yeah.
He went 2-0.
The Jet,
Undefeated
the
record
Jet,
county.
yep. The Jet, yep, most definitely. Yeah, I think it's a system, man. You just find your system, have the players buy in, and plug and play, man. They run the system you in.
I think that's the thing that a lot of people need to learn too when it comes to building a flag football team is buying into a system. Too many
Yep.
people I feel like jump too quickly. They get
Yeah.
over anxious when they're early on trying to go and build a team up. They'll
Mhm.
add players that don't fit. They'll also try to play a certain way that doesn't
fit their own style.
Hmm.
And that's the one thing AFN has done is that you guys know how to play to your own style. You play to your
Right.
strengths. You don't try to be something you're not.
Right.
And
Right.
that's been
Right.
the way
Right.
this team has been as long as I've known it.
Hmm. Yeah, most definitely, man. We definitely try to play
And
to our strengths.
yeah, and personally, looking the way this team is right now, this is the best that I've seen AFN. Period. And it's
Um.
scary to think that you can still get better too.
Yeah. I definitely can agree with that, man. Because I heard that you were talking about how when we won the spring, like that was just like a fraction of what we have now.
Oh my
We,
gosh, yeah.
yeah, and we brought back Sosa Gang, Tay, Black, Norton. My guy Regan came back into the fold. Um, Foxy, Chili, like the the core guys from that side of things. We got those guys back. And then we got more players that like just we knew that just probably never came out yet. That we knew would come out. We got guys like Keon and Zeke, and it's like Keon and Zeke hasn't even been at the same time yet. So it's still like
Yeah.
it's still things that it's still like how you say it still could be better than what it is right now. That's why I'm excited for New York. I'm excited for Nationals, man, because I know by the time Nationals, like we should be even better than what we are. We should be better than what we are right now. I think the main thing is just keeping the momentum going. Like our offense is hot right now. We had Trail this past tournament offense. Didn't miss a beat. We had Mert last tournament. Didn't miss a beat. And I think that was the other big thing. Going back to championship and winning with Trail. The AC tournament. Obviously, we didn't get to finish because of the extracurriculars and stuff. But we went back
Mhm.
with Trail and won with Trail. So that put like the fluke aspect of they just went they got a fluke win. We went back and did the same thing. We were undefeated. We won again. So uh, I think that's just a thing, just keeping that chip on our shoulder, and we just can't. We still pissed off about last Nationals, man. We went out there and laid a big goose egg, man, like a big goose
Yeah.
egg. Like so,
It
ever
seems
since
like
then, yeah.
has that been a momentum factor for you guys? Has that been motivational?
Yeah, ever since then, man, like we came back home, we at each other's necks in practice. I'm talking about 25, 30 plays deep at practice. Like we damn near going to blows with each other in practice because we just pissed off, man, and we don't want that to happen again, man.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that was a big wake up call. Ever since then, man, we just been moving. Like we got like a lot of players are stepping up, man. Kales, man, JR, like our receivers probably I probably could count on one hand how many drops they've been having, man. Like our offense, like we always said, once our offense like wakes up and like reaches their potential, man, it Tay Sosa, man. Tay Sosa,
Oh my
Chico,
gosh, yeah.
JR, like it's guys that nobody know about that can ball that they haven't even seen yet, man. It's crazy, So like, we just excited, man. We really excited to see how the season gonna go. We won back to back. I believe Jamie said nobody's ever won a tournament back to back before. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he said that. So I don't know, that was big winning back to back tournaments. So this album one, we definitely want this one too. That would be good to get. You know, so
It it
yeah, we just
seems
trying to keep the
that
momentum going, man.
this is yeah, and it seems to me that we're almost in the age of AFN, and this weekend is going to be a big step towards that because you got playoffs going down in
Yeah.
Maffle. For the people who don't know much about it in our league, because it's hard to keep track of that one for us in county,
Hmm.
explain to them been going on down in the league this year. You guys last spring, for what it's worth, what was the record? 4-6. First, it was a losing record. Then you came to
Uh,
one county, and now suddenly here you are, put in
yeah,
position to win Maffle.
yeah, yeah. I believe it was 4-6. This year in Mafu. I believe we took regular season more serious because, um, of course, winning like this. I guess you can make an argument that Mafu is like, I guess, the best I guess league in our area in Maryland, DC, Virginia. So I guess we just started to realize that it is actually a big thing to win that league. You know, we kind of took it as just practice and then try to put more stock in the tournaments. But I guess we're starting to realize that, you know, let's win a league too. Be the best in the league, be the best in the circuit. You know, be the best in everything. You know, so this year, man, league play, our offense has definitely been going crazy. I mean, we won games 26-0, 28-0, 35-0, 28-7. Like, our offense just been going off in league play, man. We went with 8-2. We lost to the Wolfpack the last game. That was just a game where, you know, we started off guys who don't them play in certain spots and just we already had the first spot locked down. So it's kind of just like we had a big tough game with the Grimes. You know, that's turning into like a little rivalry game, you know, but it's definitely a lot of respect on that side. You know, that was we put a lot into that game. We only won by 1 point. It was 14-13, I believe. Big game. We fought back, scored last, had a big stop. Black and Nephew got some big sacks towards the end of the game. And it ended off, I think, 2 or 3 sacks. So that was big. And, you know, the Wolfpack was the second game. So it's kind of just like we were out there, you know, kind of lollygagging. I mean, we were upset about losing the game. But, you know, after that, we found out we still had a chance to finish in first place. We finished first place. So ended up going 8-2. So we're trying to get our first A division championship. We won B before in Mafu. So now we're trying to get the A championship. Definitely, I know a lot of people's gonna come loaded, so we got to make sure, you know, we're in an A game. The Blackhawks, PME, Ride Out, Team Petty, you know, those guys ain't going to just let us walk in there and take that championship that easy, you know, especially by us being like this. We've been out for like 2.5 years now. You know what I'm saying? That they're not going to let us, you know, they're not going to let us off easy. So our team's definitely focused, even off the Virginia Beach win. You know, that's one good thing now. Like, before we'll win and get kind of complacent, now we'll win and we get even hungry after we win. So that's a good thing we got going on.
Yeah. And it's been the one thing that's really been the key to you guys continue to make. Yeah, sorry about that. Long. I guess that's been the one key to success for you guys. Somebody's calling me for some reason. Interesting. I don't know why. I do not disturb set on my phone, and I still get phone calls coming in.
Cue the hit.
Yeah, it's weird. I know, but yeah, looking forward to seeing if you guys can win Maffel. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch. I'll be calling up here in County. Speaking of which, you been able to keep up on County at all this year, or have you just been busy focusing on Maffel and the circuit?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'll we've been taking some glances here and there, see what's going on. We see ADR still doing their thing over there. You know, my guy Boone.
Oh my God, yeah, they're having a record year.
Those guys, man, they definitely do what they do. Yeah, we always peek in here and there, see what they're up to, see what the league is up to, see how that's going on. Our players always talking about dispersing on certain teams will help them out sometime, but you know, I guess that's for another time. Because right now we're just so focused on, you know, trying to win and get these trophies and just staying humble and staying greedy and you know, trying to expand our brand and things like that. Oh, also remind me, Joey, to inbox me the kid size. I'm gonna text Regan his jersey size. We give him a jersey. I forgot last time, so make sure you text him to get him a jersey.
Ross will message you. He'll give you a heads up on that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna get him a jersey. That's what's up, man. He said he missed us. I was like, oh,
you're getting a jersey, guy. He's got a smile on his face right now, and like he's in shock. He's so happy. He doesn't know what to do with himself. You know what his number is too?
What's his number?
His number's 4.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
my guy.
Number 4.
That's a good number right there.
Buddy. Come over. Come here in front of the screen.
Show him your number.
Show me your number.
Oh yeah,
number
oh
4.
yeah, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. Number 4.
Mine too. That's the one I went with. It's still on
Oh
camera.
yeah, see, look at that. See,
It don't
Fours
look far from me,
everywhere.
trust me. Hey, this jersey's nice. I like this jersey a lot.
4s
That
everywhere.
gives
That's
me
what I'm
extra,
talking about.
that gives me extra motivation at the gym. I will say that much.
Most definitely.
I want to put in the work
Yeah.
like you guys do.
Yeah, we got a we
But,
got some prize for folks. You know, we got some new jerseys coming out soon. You know, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, big coming soon.
Hey, I
coming
look forward to
soon.
seeing it.
Yeah, coming soon.
When-
I can't give out too many details, but we did promise the team if we won a tournament this year that we would get new jerseys. So right after we won Ocean City, first thing they said, "Oh, you guys still get new jersey." So, you know, Ross and Regan setting it up. But they're pretty, really. Probably see them. I want to say by the Baltimore tournament, or what's the tournament after Baltimore?
I think it's Hagerstown.
Yeah, between Baltimore or Hagerstown, they'll be debut. They'll be out. So just be on the lookout for
Awesome.
that. But yeah,
What's your favorite design so far? Because, like, me personally, I'm a fan of the original white. I always like the way that stood out. But the navy blue one's like underrated to me.
yeah. I know. I think that I think the navy blue is probably my favorite one, only because we don't wear it as much. We more like we wear like the white or the red one the most. So that's probably the only reason by default I like the blue one more. But I think my favorite one has to be, I want to say our new whites with the gray decoration of Independence on. I think that might be my favorite one. Yeah.
Send me a picture. I want to see what that looks like.
yeah.
I have not seen that one.
It's like the red one, but
Yeah.
it's like just like updated. Like the decoration is gray on a white jersey now. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like yeah, so yeah, basically like the first one, we just added the decoration on it. Yeah,
Yeah. I like that.
yeah,
I like that a lot.
yeah.
If I find it, I should send you the pledge I wrote for you guys last year. That's got to be on a jersey.
Yeah, I was
or a
trying to
shirt.
remember that.
You
I
know
was
the
trying to
pledge?
remember that. Yeah, I was trying to remember it because I was trying to say it before a game one time, but I couldn't remember it. So I just was like, I gotta rehearse that one. I don't want to screw that up before the game.
I got a video of me saying it. I'm gonna write it down and I'll send it to you.
All
Because
right, cool. Yeah,
that
I
thing
need
is
that.
great. That was great. I remember that.
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember after we won the league out there, and you said we were all laughing about it. I was like, that's pretty good. Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So we definitely gonna try to
Thank you,
steal
thank
that
you.
before pregame. Definitely.
My
gonna steal
question
that
is
for
this.
pregame with you.
My question is this. Maple plays Sundays. What do you do on Saturdays? Because we're available on Saturdays if you guys decide to ever come back.
Yeah, yeah, we were kind of talking about that. Because at first we were going to like probably just disperse on different teams, but then it gets kind of wacky like that. So we were like, we might as well. I know Regan.
It can be fun to see that, though. I like seeing guys from the same teams mix it up on other teams in different
Yeah,
leagues.
yeah. I think the big thing was just trying to figure out who we were gonna play for. So I gotta talk to Regan. I know Regan was probably thinking about putting a team out there. If it is a AFN or a team that consists of AFN players, Regan will probably most likely run it probably since he lives out that way. But I wouldn't count it out. I wouldn't count it out. I mean, it's far. It's like what, like an hour, 15, hour and a half for most of us, but it was definitely worth driving out there. It's a fun league, man. We like the coverage you guys give it. You're out there. We got the funny, crazy guys at Spence and Dane. They kind of help the league go too. So we definitely thinking about coming back out there, and that actually helped us that one year when we played up there Saturday and played on his Sunday. Like it got us. I think it got us in shape and used to playing a lot of games. So it's like a tournament style. Really, you play Saturday, then you play Sunday. So that really helped us out
I
that
think
one
that's the
year.
best practice you can get too for tournaments is being able to get that kind of bump. Whether
Yeah.
I know some teams aren't up to others. I'm not going to compare the Railroaders to the Grimies, for instance.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's at least something. You get that
yeah.
kind of
It's
you
something.
get used to
Yeah,
playing with that.
you get that run.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
and it's
honestly,
funny
not trying
because
to. Go ahead.
it's funny because like in the beginning when I first got into all this, when people told me about double headers and tournaments, I was like, how do people play that many games in a weekend?
Yeah.
That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, man. Like especially Virginia Beach, we had to do a lot of man. We just made sure, we just kept a lot of fluids. We drinking water, Gatorade. We had bananas, food. We just made sure we just kept eating and drinking food, man. Because especially on the defensive side, we didn't really have any subs. So like, how many games we play on Sunday? Four, three or
Four, I
four.
think.
4, and then play 2 on Saturday, so that's 6 games without coming out. So and still holding people to 7 points, 0 points, 3 points. So like I said, stuff like playing on Saturdays and Sundays, that kind of us being used to it, that stuff like that like benefit us. So it wouldn't be a bad idea if we was to go back out there. All we need is what 15, a good 15, probably a little bit less than that, like we did last time. We had like a good 10 to 15, and then playoff came.
Hey,
We just made sure we had everybody
in November when it comes to this league.
Right. So, yeah,
Hey, personally, you guys win MAFL. We bring back X-Dogs. They bring in the Keystone Championship. Talking 3 champions for the fall in one league. I think that makes for a lot of fun. I think it makes for a very interesting year.
That'd be cool. I love playing X-Dogs, man. They're so disciplined, man. They pull flags and they discipline, and they run their system. Like they might not have the best athletes on their team, but those guys know what they're doing. They pull flags. That's the name of the game, pulling flags. They'll let you get a 10-yard curl, but they'll come up, pull that flag, and make you be patient on offense. So like I love playing them, man. Especially that what's their quarterback name?
Matt Eisenberg.
Yeah, that guy, man. He'll play quarterback. You see him at DN, linebacker, safety. He does it all, man. Like I like that guy. So yeah, that would be cool.
Check out
X-Dogs,
the
ADR. Yeah.
That was legit.
Yeah, definitely was legit, man. Like so, that would be cool actually. Now I think about it, man. That's some good bump. You probably like I said, you'll have some games that a little bit easier than others, but honestly, I mean, not to sound cocky, and that's how the tournament's been sometimes. Like Saturday, we'll have a low-seeded team and just be like a walk in the park kind of. But then when you play that good team, you got to turn it on, man. You can't play around. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
But thank you for joining us once again.
Hey,
Glad to have you on, Charles.
hey, man. Thank you.
Look forward
Thank
to
you for the
seeing
support,
you.
man.
Anytime, dude. I'm glad to always rep the nation, man. I've been a supporter for you guys from day one.
Yeah, I know.
From day one, for real.
Juwan asked. Yeah, Juwan asked when we first got on, where we get that jersey from. I said, man, Joey been plugged in. Joey been plugged in for a while now. Yeah, you've been with us, most definitely.
And I'm glad to see you guys
definitely appreciate you.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
man.
guys make flag football fun.
Yeah.
You guys are excellent.
Yeah. Oh, our team.
And like I said, I wish I was there this last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. We'll definitely beat you and talk trash to you. We got some crazy guys on our team. A lot of them. Like Ant's the leader, I would say. But we got a lot of crazy guys on our team, man. So it definitely makes it more to fun. But we'll definitely go up New York, man. Try to bring it back for Washington County, MAFL, definitely try to bring it back for everybody. So
bring it home, dude. Bring it home because we got to send a message to those up north that this area
we ain't
is
scared to go up
arriving.
there, man. Yeah, we ain't scared to go up there, man. We're gonna go bump.
Exactly.
Yeah, we ain't scared to go up there. Yeah, tell Ross definitely don't forget to text me the info so you get it, so get in that jersey. I'm gonna put it on rush order since he got number 4 too.
Rush Shorty, here's that. All right, it's coming soon, buddy. He's excited. Maddox is so stoked.
Appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
But thank you for joining us once again. Best of
Sure,
luck
all right,
on
Joey.
Sunday. I'm going to try to keep up on that while it's going on.
All right.
Maybe we can do a live stream in between county games or something.
Right. All right, that's cool. That would be cool. I appreciate it, man. Thanks
That'd be
for having me,
great.
man.
No problem. Thank you for joining.
All right, Joey.
Charles.
Finn joining us, and I got a request randomly. Who wants to join? Oh, okay, that's an old request. So Ross, final.
Seems to me like they're kicking ass, taking names. So good for them, man. For real.
Yeah, I'm proud of AFN. This has it's been phenomenal watching them all year.
Yeah.
And we took a look at the record: 17-1 in tournament play.
I'm glad I stuck around and watched the Ocean City. Bay's game too, man.
That was great. That Bays game was physical. It was intense.
Yep.
I was being in the back of that end zone when Tyler was able to draw the penalty was insane because they were close to getting to him. They almost had him, and he got it off right at the last second. Got hit, completed the pass, and got the penalty.
Yeah.
And that was the key to them winning that game. And watching them all year round, it has been absolutely great. And I hope to see more of AFN. Like I said, I want them back in county. Like, some may not want that bump, but I like to see it. Because I feel like AFN just helps make... Just like ADR can help make us all better in the end. You got to learn from people who do well. I just wonder, though,
How you feel, Dave?
What's up, man? Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
So Virginia Beach this weekend, you were with the Raiders. Can you give us some insight on what went down? And can you put the camera a little bit? You're a little upside down, sideways. There we go.
All right,
Now
there we go. There we go. It's just weird. All right, let's see if I can flip it this way. It works. I don't know. Nope, didn't work. The first game, it was like it started off. We scored first, then we stopped them, got the ball back, and he throws an interception. So it is what it is. Yeah, it is. Like because Rampage just beat up on the Bruins, and we were going in like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? We can keep up with these guys. And it's just after the first quarter, it went downhill.
I thought that too, to be honest, because I was looking at the Bruins score and seeing how bad they lost, and all I could think of was, did they even dress anybody, or was this just a straight beatdown?
Oh no, they had some definitely like some athletes. It was just, I think we played towards their game because like their inside linebackers, they weren't moving, they were standing there literally, and I'm just like wondering why we're not going after these guys. But it is what it is. We lost, we lost again, and then lost again. So you know what I mean.
Are you drinking? Are you drinking your sorrows away?
Oh yeah, I've been pretty pissed off all weekend, all week so far.
No,
Yeah,
it's not fun to go all that way to get your ass kicked. It's just
No, it's not. Like, if it just felt like we could have beat them guys. Like, they probably had one dude on their team that was probably very, like, the one, he was like Derek on Ruckus, pretty much. You know what I mean? So, but he didn't score at all. It was just, just offense pitting defense in bad situations. And when your defense is on the field for that long, they can only do so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's killer, especially in tournaments where you need to be defensive in order to win. We looked at the success AFN had. You heard that stat earlier. Like I said, 4 points per game surrendered in 12 games total. You've got to
dude,
play.
they're balling. I watched them in all the last 3 tournaments, and I'm sorry to say, I don't really see too many people stopping them of what they're doing right now. Like, everybody's like, oh, come back down. Like, if they dress everybody they have, it's a fucking wrap. Like, I don't want them to come back down. I don't want them. I'm telling you, you don't. Not the way they're playing right now.
You dodging that smoke?
Well, I'll play them. I'm just saying, like, I'm telling everybody in the league's like, oh, come back down. It's good competition until you see the scoreboard.
Facts, big facts. I can
Is
understand that.
Ross there with you? You still in
Ross-
Ross' house?
Yes, yeah,
I would
yeah.
have him here.
Yeah,
Technically, he's always here. I can bring him on camera.
Yeah. Tell him his team sucks.
Oh, your team sucks, Ross.
Didn't we beat Ruckus this
Your
year?
team sucks. Fuck the Warriors. That's from the heart.
Unfortunately, you guys won't get an opportunity to play each other this weekend. Instead, Ruckus, you guys got the Railroaders, whereas Ross and the Warriors. Okay, is that for me?
They got the
I already gave you one right there, Joey.
All right, fine.
No,
That's a
wait.
bullshit right there.
They play the program. this weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay and watch that game. That should be a pretty good game. The last 2 games have been pretty good.
I just wonder who the program dresses a QB for that one. But we're gonna have more on that later on. But that's gonna be an interesting game. Program Warriors.
That's none of my business. You'll find out. They'll tell you.
I'm looking
That's
forward to
damn
seeing because that's going to be the part to me that determines who wins that game. But we'll get to that in predictions. But and we'll wrap up Virginia Beach in a second. But as for Virginia Beach, how do you guys feel coming out of that? Not a good points margin per game. Are you guys ready for next tournament? Are you going to be in Owings Mills? What's going on with the Raiders?
Well, once the season's done, we're gonna have a lot more time to practice. They just go from there. Actually get to click, gel, see who's gonna play there. Because like most of it, like through the games, like Scotty's just trying to see who fits here and there, and some was right. I mean, like we were getting pressure on the quarterback, but when you play in tournament, you gotta have people on the line that can move because the quarterbacks, most of them are running, and they're not like running 5.5s. These guys are pretty fucking fast.
Facts.
Like, yeah, like you gotta have like athletes playing D-line pretty much.
And that's the thing is you do need those athletes, not even just a D-line, you need them across the board to compete in a tournament like
you
that.
do.
You see?
You do.
Like AFN is stockpiled all around with athletes, and while I'm not disrespecting County, I just feel like the County guys, they're not quite used to facing that kind of stuff yet, and I feel like it's almost kind of hurt them in some kind of ways athletically, because some of them are competing, and they didn't.
You froze.
It's hard to go from playing Railroaders and Red Knights to Bruins, Downstate, and Bays Auto in a weekend.
Yeah, I feel you, but yeah, those teams like not like they weren't bad at all. Like they definitely had some athletes, but like if we'd had like say like we'd have brung Ruggers down there, we'd have put up a fight because we're more organized. We practice with each other, we play with each other all the time. I pretty much just played with an all-star team from Washington County, and most of us, I play with most people, but still you need time and practice to even like and commitment. So, but like shout out to like the Top Gun guys. Those were great additions. Tyler, Zach, Ricky, Gary, all of them. Like they balled out this weekend. They did their thing.
And it's good to have that because it shows that we can play together as a league. Because I remember a while back someone saying that it'd be hard to put a league all-star team together because we just don't all get along. But yet I look at this Raiders team, and there is a unified force out there. You're going to probably see more county guys jump on as it grows. And I feel like with that, and if we look at trying to better ourselves instead of, beefing or arguing, I feel like that'll make us a better league in the end.
You're right. I'm just trying to win. Like some of these teams I've played against in these tournaments, they're no better than some of the teams we have back here. Really, like I just get, and then when you go on the field and you take that L, and you just sometimes you just feel like you definitely are better than those other nine on the field, but you're just not putting it together like they are. Like Downstate, we played Downstate before, but it was a mixture of Downstate and the Honey Badgers. I would have rather played just the Honey Badgers. Downstate, they got a lot. Their quarterback's pretty fast. Yeah, you see that video of the dude running into the trash can? That's their quarterback. That's their quarterback. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he's the one that threw the pick.
Oh, real? Wow.
Yeah, they made a lot of memes of that. I'm glad I didn't get caught slipping so far yet on this
Hey,
circuit.
I've learned with the circuit that if anything happens, it'll be known about immediately.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Trust me, I learned that very quickly with my little incident on the circuit.
Yes, you will be posted.
Yeah, and you'll be either shamed or feigned by the end of it.
Yeah,
Trust
you're
me.
right.
But moving on to county real quick because we're gonna do a transition. I will interview somebody from ADR shortly to talk about what went on there. But to move on to county real quick because that's our next segment once we're done with this. Ruckus this weekend. You got the Railroaders. You guys already have handled them twice this year. Does the approach change going to Game 3, or are you just not worried about Brunswick at all?
Oh, we worry about them. Like we're going play them just like they're anybody else. ADR, Broadax. Like we're gonna play against them like they are ADR or Broadax. Like I'm not gonna take my foot off the gas just because Brian Swagger's a 44-year-old man. I'm gonna suplex that guy one day. He talks a lot of shit. I don't really care for him no more. He's on my shit list. Like
Is
you
he?
keep running them. You're gonna keep running them damn outs. That's all he runs is outs. Keep running them fucking outs. They better have. If they don't have, they better have Ian. That's all I gotta say. They need Ian. If they want to beat us, they're gonna have Ian. They need him. They gonna need his slow ass. They need him.
I don't think he's that slow. I mean, he's a little quick. Let's go with that.
He's faster than what he was. He's still slow.
They're gonna. I think they'll have Ian this weekend. At least I hope they have Ian because I like to see it be a better game. I feel like that game they had with you guys last week was not a good representation of how good they are as a team. It was kind of just more or less they were done after the Red Knights game, and to be fair, they had that moment on the sideline. I feel like going into this one, it'll be a much better game. I can see this being more like the first game where it was still pretty close to the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
but you guys.
yeah.
I feel like
some
playmakers.
Kind of they got some playmakers on their team, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't take them lightly at all. Like they play a lot. They play a lot of football out through the year, where we just we play during the spring. They play a lot more, so I got to take it seriously.
Oh, definitely, you got to.
And they have a pretty decent offensive line too. Like they're like Nick, who plays with us in the tournament. He's probably one of the best guards in the league. Yeah, like he's 21. He's fast as shit. He's done chased down so many people on my team from pick sixes. Like I didn't know that boy can move like that for how big he is. He's big. He's a big motherfucker.
Yeah,
you should see him. You should see him out there playing tournament ball. He's a fucking beast. Nick's a monster.
And that's the one thing you guys need is monsters like Nick on the team.
Mm-hmm.
To help build up that Raider squad. But for the Railroaders, he is one of the brighter spots in that offense. It'd be interesting to see the trench war going on there between both sides, especially the Ruckus defense, which you guys play excellent team defense, one of the better team defenses in the league I've seen. You guys just have that chemistry. It makes it click.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it stays like that. Sometimes one bad thing happens, we start shooting ourselves in the fucking foot, putting our heads down, sideline gets quiet, kind of pisses me off, but it is what it is.
Do you have any lingering concerns going to this weekend that you feel like may be a problem for you guys?
I'm very sure they're gonna have everybody. I'll just probably just keeping the best person to me like on their defense on the defensive side of the ball. I know Sean's going to be there, so just keeping the ball out of his hands, just stopping him from making plays and all that shit. He'll probably be going up against Derek most of the game, so he'll have his hands full. So we'll probably most likely keep him out of the game.
Okay. And we may have lost him. Nope, you're
No,
still
I'm
there.
back. Fucking Tyler's texting me.
Our Tyler?
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's one of my close friends. I just hate hearing his mouth. I've been dealing with him so long.
No, I was just wondering. I was just curious. That was our Tyler. He's
Mm.
not, I don't think he's even watching our show tonight. I don't see him in the comments section.
No, he's probably he's probably like, damn, the Warriors are gonna lose anyway. I might as well not even show my face.
Speaking of predictions, who do you got in the other games? Because obviously, I know who you got in Ruckus Railroad.
Oh, Railroaders on that. We're going.
No, I'm going to let Boone do his own predictions, and I'm going to let Boone do his own too, or Dame, the other Dame, or whoever I talked to from ADR.
Smoke that out.
But
Nah.
who do you got in, say, Broad Axe Red Knights?
Well, hopefully Andy is pissed off and wants to redeem himself. And well, the first time they played, the game was pretty close. Like Broadac's defense, unless if Zeke's not there or Mike Wallace, that defense is just throw that shit away. But
The secondary.
they're gonna be there. So I got Broadax at least by 2 scores, definitely.
2 scores.
Yeah.
How about Program Warriors? You've been crapping on the Warriors for a while now. I'm going to assume you're going to go with Program.
Yeah, I give their games have been very weird, like weird scoring. So, because like I'm very sure the last game they played, it was like 16-7 or 6, and then
14-8.
yeah, and then they end up scoring a touchdown or something like that, or scoring something.
First game was 8-0. They've had some interesting low-scoring games. The overall score is 16-14 for the year between Warriors and Program. It's been very tight and very defensive. That trench war is going to be sick to watch on Sunday.
Yeah, Ross better pray Kaj is not there. the tall dude with the dreads on Program.
Ross said he was worried about it.
Yeah, you're gonna worry about him. He ran around you all last game. Last time y'all played him, he just kept running around you.
You know, it's fun to think about this for a second. Hold on. Ross didn't play the first Program game and they won, but then he played the second game and they lost.
That is true.
It might be Ross. Ross, the problem. He might just sit on the couch and coach.
It'd be a blowout.
28-0.
Oh,
Program 28-0. Is that what you got?
No, I got Program winning by, I would say, it's 6. Not even a touchdown. Not even a full touchdown. I give the Program by 6.
So 6-0 Program.
But yeah, I don't know. Like if all them people that are on the Warriors show up, which I doubt they will, because AFN got playoffs too, and a lot of them guys play with AFN, like Phil, Polo, who else? Fox. They all play with them down in Maffle. So Ross, you better be hitting them up. Like, hey, are you coming? We need you Sunday. I don't know. I think you guys will be all right. It should be a good game.
This should be a great game. I feel like I'm designating it already. Warriors Program is your game of the week because I feel like it's going to be a very intense physical battle. So after that, you got Broad Axe, you got Program. When we get to the semis, obviously you're going to pick yourself. Now, who do you think if, say, Ruckus got to the finals, would you be facing, ADR or Program?
No one's beat ADR yet, so like it doesn't matter. It's ADR.
ADR.
I said it.
ADR.
I said at the beginning of the season, we might as well just give them the fucking trophy. Because every time someone goes out and plays them, they go up 3 touchdowns. It's like, damn, what's the point you keep playing? It's already over. But no, the products gave them the best game. So, and that's just because some people weren't there. They can beat you with exactly 9 people that they have. They don't need no one else. I've seen them do it. And not against a shitty team, a good team. They can do it. And best believe playoff that game comes next week. They're gonna be ready. They just beat the 2 teams that were in the finals at Virginia Beach. They beat them too. So you know they're pissed off.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to see how they come out. I'm actually about to talk to somebody from ADR momentarily. I can get them to tune in. But once again, thank you for joining us, Damien. I feel like you guys this Sunday, you have a good chance to win. Number 2 seed was surprising. I can't believe you guys are a 2 seed. What a turnaround for that first game. 5-2
Yeah.
since the ADR game. Let's make that note.
You know
5-2 is the record.
Yeah, we do. Lately, if we do make it to the championship, each time we've been the second seed. So, and plus we always get lucky and play who are not supposed to play. So it works out. But I know if we mess around, beat Brunswick, I know for a fact that Broadex is licking their chops to play us. They want us again. Tom's told me that they want to play us again. So they're pretty upset about that last game against them. So hopefully that's how it goes.
We'll see how it turns out. Thank you for joining us once again, Damien.
No problem,
We'll see you
bro.
on Sunday. Best of luck in that game against the Railroaders. Excited to see that one as well as the other games. And we'll get to those momentarily. But for now, thank you,
One more
Damien.
thing. The Warriors
More?
suck.
We just wanted you to know that.
Why is he still working for us? Man?
Hey, hopefully.
He's never welcome back to the beach house again.
Oh, Damien, he left the call already. He left the call. Dang, you guys banned him, and he already. I don't think he knows it yet.
I don't get it, man. Why is he still working with us?
He just hates
I
the
feel like he wants
Warriors.
to come play for us or something.
Is that what it is?
Like his slow, long, drawn out process of saying it.
I mean, like, some people have, like, strange way of asking people out.
Be quiet. Spider-Man's sleeping.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Spider-Man sleeping.
Alrighty.
Noted.
We'll see.
What's next game, Joey? Where are we going to now, man?
I think he has to wait. He has
Well,
to talk about something else.
I was-
Give him 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get Boone and I'm gonna get Dame. I might get them separately, but I'm gonna talk to Boone for a little bit. Then I'm gonna hit up Dame. I'm gonna talk to Boone more about the playoffs from his end. Let's go with that. I like this. Or he's not watching the show and I can't call him in. He says he's in.
Sabu.
Wait, what about Zabu?
No,
He
he's
just
just
said it.
Oh, okay. You had me confused. I was like, what's he have to do with Boone?
What, Bill?
There he is.
No, he's.
Boone says he's here. I'm adding into the call. Is he really here though? Is the question.
He's not at all.
Boone, if you're there, accept the call.
There he is. He's got the headphones ready, too. Awesome. He did
Yeah.
his homework. He knows. He remembers.
Yeah. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, bud?
Nothing much, sir. Nothing much. How are you? How are you feeling after the weekend?
I mean, I feel good and bad. You know, we did good things, but obviously we didn't accomplish what the goal is, and that's to win. So we beat a couple good teams, but don't mean nothing if you don't bring the trophy home.
If I remember correctly, wasn't Bulldogs Lions the final?
Yes, they was the final. We was the only ones to beat them all weekend.
Yeah. Let it be known.
So-
ADR did beat both champions, but unfortunately, I feel like getting 7 points was not a good draw for day 2 from the looks of things.
That-
I didn't get to watch it because nobody streamed it
Right.
because reasons.
No, you're 100% correct. That is that was the one team there all weekend that I felt that could play with us. Just because of our familiarity with each other. I mean, we play 7 Point, and those guys, I mean, we play them 7-8 times a year because we travel and play against them in 8-man. So we see them a lot. You know, they know everything we do. We know everything they do. So yeah, it just made it a tough matchup.
It's that hard draw, and that's what happens sometimes in tournaments is that sometimes you just get somebody who, and this is all about seeding. It really boils down to because you were undefeated. You went 2-0,
Yep.
but because of point differential and falling behind early. But
Yes.
I got Dave's perspective on that. I want your perspective, Chris. What went on in that Bulldogs game that you guys fell behind so early, so quick, and yet still managed to pull up another comeback?
Once again, you know, we had some new guys. You know, I know playing with the X-Dogs in county, you know, I've had one of them at each time. We've never had both of them. So we had all 3 offensive linemen were new. So the first 2 drives were kind of slow, getting used to how I play and how they block. You know, they're used to blocking for Matty Ice, and he uses a tight end. I play more of a spread style, so you have to get out a little wider and farther to get a hold of guys. And defensively, you know, Dame was late, and you know, he runs our defense on that side of the ball. So anytime you're missing him, that's huge. So once he got there, defense turned around, and once we got 2 drives with the X-Dogs, we turned things around and scored 3 of our next 4 drives. So, so it turned out pretty well.
2 comebacks in just a matter of 6 days, Boone. You got to be,
Yeah, man.
by now. It's got to be getting to you by this point.
It's you know, it's exciting though. You know you're down by a couple points, and the defense gets a stop to get you the ball, and when they come off the field after getting the stop and they believe in you, it makes you believe also. You know, so that having good teammates is really important, that they believe in, you know, the defense believes in the offense, so that believes we can get out there and get it done. And then we got to turn around and believe in them, because we might have scored 2 game-winning drives, but they also got 2 game-winning stops right after that. So, you know, you need both sides of the ball. We needed Ross this weekend, believe it or not, because the X-Dogs kind of wore down. That's what AFN does so well. So what AFN does is they have guys that if they're just asked to play special teams, they come and just play special teams. And they don't, you know, they don't sulk about it. They're not mad about it. They go out there and they just play. We had a couple field goals. You know, we had a field goal blocked, an extra point blocked, just because we didn't have enough linemen to travel with us. And so that's what I respect about AFN and what Ross and them do. I mean, like, Chico is one of their best offensive players, but if Ross went to Chico and said, hey, I just need you to return punts and kickoffs this game, you won't hear a word out of him. That's what he'll do. And he'll probably make a damn game-winning touchdown out of it, you know. So guys on the circuit, you know, in our league play, hey, you might not start when you come with us, but we really do need bodies, and we need players. So, you know, you might not start, but you're going to play. So we're hoping, you know, I think we had like 20 bodies this time. You know, 24 to 25 is the ideal amount, because a lot of guys still wore down this weekend.
I really contemplate on going down Sunday still.
Did you really contemplate going down Sunday?
I really contemplated it.
Yeah. Because like I said, when you only take 4 linemen and, you know, a couple D linemen, so they're playing offensive line, defensive line, and they got to block on all the special teams units. And people don't understand in the A circuit, that's huge, because you need bodies to block on kicks and punts, extra points. Like I said, we could have cost ourselves a couple games against the Bulldogs by getting a field goal block and an extra point block. So, like I said.
Yeah. And no, that depth is very important. We talked about that last week on Blunt Talk. The need for numbers. You've got to come down there fully prepared, like you're going to war. You've got to have the numbers. And you got to have the right number too. You got to make sure the right people in the right places. You can bring in 30 guys, but if none of them are going to play within a system, it's not going to work. Period.
Yes, that's the key. Like I said, that's why guys can't get out there and they can't get upset. They can't get mad that they're not getting in right away, because we need you for special teams and stuff like that. And you're going to be on the field a lot. And then when those D-line or O-line guys get tired, we have somebody to rotate. So I think that was that's what we needed against 7 Point. Like I said, they play our style. We was in the mud. It rained all night the night before. And we needed some guys to come out there to give our X-Dogs guys a break, because they were gas playing all 3 offense, defense, and special teams. So
it's hard. It really is, because of the fact that in the X-Dogs, you got to think about it. They go from playing in a league like Keystone this spring to having to play A circuit ball, which is quite a jump itself. And you know better than anybody else that jump isn't easy at all. your body will show the difference. In A bracket ball is the top game for a reason in 9-man.
Right.
That's the best of the best, and you got to be at your best and prepare for the best in order to succeed in what is the top quality competition you're going to face.
Yeah, the top competition in the nation. I mean, the X Dogs went out there and held their own. Like I said, I just wish, some of the other guys that was supposed to come would have came, because they gave it their all, and I feel bad that we didn't get a chance to give them breaks and stuff like that. But shit, they played their ass off, and I respect those dudes.
Yeah, a lot of respect to the X Dogs, and I especially look forward to seeing you guys and them clash in county this fall.
Yeah. We actually talked about that after Sunday afternoon when we was all sitting there bullshitting, that we was talking about playing each other.
I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for this little tournament coming up, Chris, that we have.
Yeah.
It's the 5th of June. It's championship month.
Yep.
ADR in the league has had a fantastic year. You guys have just been absolutely dominant from start to finish. The best team perhaps ADR has ever fielded, and you've only been at full
definitely
strength twice this year.
Yeah. Yep. So it's that turf, man. We got some speed, man. You get us out there on that turf, and that's 8-man style. So it's pretty dangerous. I mean, we're very dangerous on turf.
Yeah, and it definitely has shown this year. And honestly, ADR, you guys are the odds-on favorite going in. But what do you feel like is your biggest weakness entering this tournament? Because let's be real here, everybody has a weakness. You know yourself that anything can go wrong. We just posted this week both of your losses, Chris, on the YouTube.
Yes, it's rain and mud.
Yeah, which you won't have that.
Right.
That's the good news. Well, you won't have the mud part. The rain could still happen.
The rain could still happen. That's it. I think it's the rain. I mean, we talked last week, and these teams just don't adjust. They don't adjust or switch anything up, and they kind of play one style. And then ADR, we'll change up. We'll go running back, pistol, wing, trips, and these other teams are used to playing the same style, same cover 3, and you're not going to beat a good team just playing the same defense the whole game. So unless it pours down raining, we should be okay.
Yeah, and that's going to be the one thing we're seeing is how the weather does factor in.
Right.
We saw how it worked out against X Dogs a couple years ago. That mud really caused difficulty for you guys.
Yeah. The mud changes stuff because we don't bring a big line. Normally, we don't play a big line until we got the X Dogs guys. So normally we don't play a big line, and when you're out there in that mud and you're trying to play for speed, and somebody like the X Dogs come in where they're just gonna bully you and push you around, it's tough. But those guys are on our roster this season, so I think we're going to be all right, rain or shine.
Yeah,
up there.
Given that, who do you think wins this weekend, Chris? What are your predictions for who wins these games? Who do you got in Broadax Red Knights?
Broadax going to win. Clancy's too good. He's not going to go out there and lose these guys. I don't see. Broadax should be playing us in the championship. Okay. Realistically. I think Ruckus is really good, though. Ruckus is a scrappy team. They play hard. But if Clancy comes to play, and now that they got Zeke back with them, they got a little more weapons. I think it's going to be hard to beat Broadax.
I think I can definitely see that, and that's the one thing people forget is they didn't have Zeke until a few weeks ago.
Right.
And if you put the combination together, Zeke, Big Mike, that's going to be something to factor in, especially those stiff arms Big Mike can give in the middle.
Yeah. And Broadax has that other little receiver, too.
Yeah. They've had plenty of new players this year, and this Broadax team, as we mentioned, whole new look to what they were, especially compared to last year and what they were going for. We'll get to that momentarily. So you got ADR Broadax for the championship game.
It should be. That's who should be there. I don't want to you can't count any team out because, like I said, Ruckus could come out there and just play great defense like they always do. You throw a couple jump balls up to Dehaney, anything can happen.
Oh my
So,
God, yeah.
I don't want to say that Broadax is gonna automatically win, but for me personally, I feel like since we've been in the league and Broadax was the team, that's who I want to play in the championship.
Yeah. And I feel like it's been a long time coming, too, that we had this matchup. Broadax. It's a shame we didn't get it last year.
Right. Yep.
But
I
now
f-
Broadax is back. They seem like they may have something, and we could see it, but we'll see we'll see when I get my predictions out.
Right.
But right now, Boone's got ADR Broadax.
I mean, I just feel like you said, it's long overdue. Broadax ADR needs to be a championship game.
Exactly, and it's crazy to think that we did not get it last year, or even
Yeah.
like in 2017.
Yeah, we dropped the ball the first year I was in it with TMT, and then Broadax completely dropped the ball, and then last year I don't even know what happened to them. Last year they kind of just nobody showed up for the playoffs, which seemed crazy to me.
That blew my mind too, and we'll get to that. I'll say something about that in a minute because there was a time where I thought Broadax was dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
It was too scary to see.
Well, I don't know I guess when they lost, I mean, when you lose your two franchise quarterbacks and you gotta start from the bottom, I mean, there's one position on the field that's hard to lose, and that's your quarterback. You can play great defense and give up 3 points a game, but if you got no offense, you're gonna lose 3-0. So,
Facts.
you lose your two franchise quarterbacks. They hadn't played with nobody else since then. Then they tried out a couple guys. I know TJ played for a while, and then they had some older guy that I had never seen
Who
before.
actually was their quarterback, I believe, as far back as the 90s.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. And times has changed. We're not doing the fullback dive anymore.
He still orchestrated one of the greatest comebacks of all time, Broadax Red Knights 2017. That was him.
Oh, wow, really? Okay. Yeah, I have to go check that out then because I don't think I watched that live because when I was out there watching him play, he didn't look too sharp.
That was before your time, Boone, but go look that. That's on YouTube, too, on the Washington County Flag Football channel.
Yeah, I might check that out, definitely. But I don't know. I can't wait. I'm going to come down and watch these games this weekend. That program, Warriors game should be a hell of a defensive battle.
Oh, I think so, too. That's going to be physical, and I may actually go in the trenches to film that game just because that trench war is going to be the real thing to watch.
Yeah, that's where all the top stars are on each team, right? I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Other than maybe, of course, you got Cortez and a couple guys on program, skill guys that are really good. But key for them is who's playing quarterback?
For which team?
Program.
I'm not sure. That's going to be the one thing I'm wondering because Ricky looked really good out there. He almost beat Broadax. Let that be known. Ricky almost beat Broadax when they played him. And he beat the Warriors the last time. And whenever he plays the Warriors, he puts in more effort. It's just something about you guys, Ross, that makes Ricky go a little harder.
Well,
we'll
Warriors got a great D-line.
Yeah.
But Ricky can avoid them because he can run. He's mobile. I think if program comes out and keeps Adam out there and Warriors D-line's going to get into him early, he throws a pick six, that could be the game.
Yeah, easily. He had a safety in the last game that was costly. Both quarterbacks did, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is the defensive score, that could change anything. But I'll get to that game momentarily. Who do you have winning that, by the way, Chris? Because I know you got Broadax winning on the other side of the bracket.
On the other side. I think if it was me, I'd go ahead and play Ricky at quarterback, and I think they'd win by 7.
Ricky and win by 7. Now, if they go with Adam, do you feel like that changes the game?
I think it does. I think, Tyler can get that defense right. If Adam's back there, he's unmobile. He don't throw the ball quick. He kind of holds on to it. And that D-line they would give him serious problems. So, I mean, like I said, if Adam's back there and he throws a pick six, Warriors going to win the game. Because I don't know if they'd recover if Adam throws a pick six, unless they make the switch. But if he's to ride out the whole game, I think Warriors would win.
Okay. So he's got Warriors if Adams there. He's got program if Ricky's there. That's going to be interesting. You said he's
Yeah.
leaning towards program, Ross.
Yeah, he is. That's fine.
But
No, I mean, like I said, the Warriors could win. I mean, they got great D-line. They got Tyler in the secondary. He can get that defense right. I mean, I haven't seen a Warriors offense, really. I mean, I don't know one game. They're so hot and cold, I really don't even know what they run on offense anymore. So
That's right. That's the whole plan. That's the whole idea.
that's the game plan, huh? Yeah.
well, I'll tell you, if they got the full roster that they do, it's going to be an interesting offense to watch on Sunday.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. Ross doesn't even know what he's got for Sunday, dude. You thinks he does? Okay.
Like 95% sure I do.
95%.
95%.
For the next 2 Sundays in a row.
For the next 2 Sundays in a
We'll
row.
see ADR next Sunday.
Yeah.
And
And
we'll see you next Sunday.
well, is he filming or is he going to be playing?
Hey, if he's not, I can send him on the field to live stream.
Yeah, is he filming the game or is he going to be playing? So, 95% don't mean much because I thought he was 95% in for Virginia Beach, and you see how that turned out.
Oh, shit.
Ross, you got any answer to that?
Shit happens.
Sit down.
See? Yeah, that 5% is a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah. It's a killer.
Yeah.
I think I'll see you next tournament down there, Kristen.
Next tournament, he says.
Nah, man, yeah, like I said, we need you, man. We definitely need some linemen out there. Just
So-
bodies in general. So
What is the next tournament for ADR? Are you guys doing Albany like AFN? Are you trying to do Owings Mills? Are you ready to
well, I
head
think we're leaning towards doing the Baltimore tournament and then the York tournament.
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, the York, PA, and then we actually have an 8-man tournament the Saturday before playoffs.
22nd.
Yeah, for the 22nd, we have an 8-man tournament, so we're going to be traveling for that. Then coming back that night, and then playing Sunday morning in y'all's league. So a lot of guys might be gassed from 8-man, depending on how many games we get in.
That can make it interesting, Ross. You might have a chance.
Yeah. And then we have another 8-man tournament on the 29th of July. So we're pretty busy.
I see that. 8-man, 9-man.
Yeah.
You guys do this everywhere. I like it. That's true flag footballers right there, going out there and playing wherever, whenever, in what sport. And you said last week the importance of being cross-trained in all levels
Yes.
of that 8-man, 7-man, 6-man, 9, 5, 4,
Right.
maybe 3-man at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely helps. Like I said, I mean, we just played the Bulldogs and the Lions, and we spread them out and went 8-man style on them, and it threw them off a good bit. So, it does work if you got the right guys, the right skilled guys. So we definitely love playing all types of flag.
Yeah, and I admire the dedication. That's that's a good trait to have, especially in this game.
Yeah, we asked. I think a lot of these teams should come down to Winchester and play 8-man in the fall. Come down, play 8-man. Start playing some different stuff. We play on Sunday, so in the fall we'll play on Saturdays in Washington County. So it won't even be the same day.
So Sundays in the morning, I imagine.
Yep, in the mornings. We start at 8 o'clock. The games ain't as long as what they are in Washington County. So games are every hour. We play 22-minute halves, running
Okay.
clock until the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
So any team that's interested in coming down, we would schedule double hitters for them every other weekend, kind of like the way Andy does for us.
I think that'd be convenient. I think that work out really well for a lot of our guys. I think it's a good idea for those who haven't played 8-man. Give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. Come on down. I mean,
way of playing the game.
yeah, come down, learn a different style. It'll help you on all your technique flag. So, but shit, Joey. Why don't next spring? Why don't you get a team together for the that league that the X Dogs and Immortals and them play on? You run the team. I'll come down and play for you.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, somebody wanted me to bring back the survivors in Keystone. I'm not going to say his name, but he's a relative of mine.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Chris, if you're coming, we're doing it.
Yeah, I'll be there. I had a couple of my guys talked about wanting to play in it next year. So you want to get a team together? I'm there for you.
Let's take this ship. That sounds awesome to me. I'd love that.
So I'm in.
Keystone, we coming for you.
Yeah, that's right. You let me know who you need. You get your roster together. Let me know what you need, and we'll pick it from ADR. What guys you want, and then you get the rest of the guys.
I like it. Spring of 2020. We coming to Keystone.
That's
I
right.
like this. I like it. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ross, you're automatically involved in this. I like it.
Yep.
Let's
I'm
take
down.
X Dogs, your reign is coming to an end.
Yeah. Them boys, they'll be ready though. That's their home turf. You're not gonna come in there and beat them easily.
Oh, definitely not. We ain't coming to take Pennsylvania from them yet, but we're going to try. We're going to try indeed.
Yep.
But thank you once again for joining us, Chris. I'm glad to have you on. Let's take that championship next spring. I'm excited, and best of luck for your championship pursuit this spring.
Oh yes, thank you, Ross. I'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks, right?
Yup.
All right, man.
All right.
Hey.
Just for you.
All right, brother. I'll see y'all there. AFN, congratulations, man. We love you guys. We respect y'all. We always show up to watch y'all's games early before ours. So I'm glad y'all keep winning, man. I want y'all to get that national championship. And good luck this weekend in Maffel. All right, fellas. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for joining us, Boone.
Hey, Bob.
So that was Chris joining us. And, well,
Predictions and wrap this up.
let's take a look at all 7 of these teams. As we finally move away from Virginia Beach coverage, because we were still on that for a while there. Started. Doing better now. Starting out with number 7, the Railroaders. Positives. I'm going to give a positive and negative for every team coming up. For the Railroaders, their positives are Ian Fisher and Timmy Privet. Let's talk about Timmy Privet. Let's talk about Nick Madel, too. Let's not forget him, or Madel. I'm sorry for bad pronouncing last names.
Right.
But those 3 players are the biggest impacts to me. By having Ian in the backfield, that gives the offense a better chance at winning. Privet is an absolute boss. My goodness gracious, he can move anywhere on that field and play.
Yep.
You got to give a shout out to Timmy Privet. And to Nick Madel as well. He's proven himself in county. He's proven himself in the circuit. This is the best part of Brunswick. Here's the bad news. They haven't played a complete game all year. We don't know how good this team is yet. We really don't, because you haven't seen the full Brunswick Railroaders on display yet. You've just seen a mixed match of different teams every week. It's never the same. It's never consistent. And I feel like that's going to be the one thing that hurts them the most going into this, is their ability to put together a full team and a full game. So we'll see how Brunswick does, but right now, that's a big weakness to me. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Number 6, Red Knights. Positives. Andy, Thad, and Scunyon. You got a 1-2 punch there with Thad and Scunyon. Andy throwing the ball. That's the biggest positive. The rest of the way, you can't forget Chad Wilson too in the offensive line. That line still plays well, but otherwise, attendance has killed this team. They have not put together a full squad since the beginning of the season.
Yep.
And on top of that, the defense has just been a disaster.
Yep.
It's just not a good defense. One of the worst in the league.
Yep.
This team, however, number 5, the Warriors, one of the best defenses in the league. A talented team all around, the most complete squad you guys have ever had. You look at Ross Collins, Brock Klein, Sean Moats, the longtime veterans, but you add the free agents, Tyler Spencer, Polo, Justin Fox, Jutt, and Alex Foster, and of course Kyle Marshall have made this an interesting playoff squad.
Yup.
Here's the bad news.
Bad news.
Quarterback play is very questionable on this team at times.
Not that questionable.
No disrespect to Snavely. He's shown flashes, but he struggled against the program in both games. Fox came in and showed mobility, but he had some rust too. I feel like the Warriors' quarterback situation might be their downfall in this playoff. We'll see, though. Number 4, the program. The good news, the defense is just as good as ever. Let's be real, Death Row is still alive.
They really should be switched. If they would have played ADR, they would have lost. We would have been 4-0.
There's no way to know that, Ross. We can't
There's a
say
way to
that.
know
We can't say that.
that.
The bad news for the program is, what are you doing with your quarterback situation? Is it Ricky? Is it Adam? Let us know, because, like, that determines a whole lot to me. Number 3, Broad Axe. Positives. Kevin Clancy has lived up to everything we knew he'd be. He is one of the reasons that this team is even where they are. We talked about the quarterback situation they had last year. It was a mess. Mert got hurt, and then when Mert got hurt, you had Big Mike, you had Zeke, you had Don, you had TJ. Just this rotating door of quarterbacks, and none of them really worked out. You insert Kevin Clancy and Ross. Do you remember that play on 4th down and goal when 3 of your defenders had Kevin right there, and he threw off his back foot across the field for a touchdown?
Yeah.
That's the difference between Broad Axe this year and last year. Broad Axe last year, I don't think would have made that play. Kevin Clancy makes all the difference for this team. He has lived up to the hype that he has earned from his time in the circuit. He's everything we knew he'd be. And that comes with bad news, though, because it seems like his receivers can't quite catch his passes very well. There's been a lot of drops on this Broad Axe receiving core overall. And when you look at the secondary has struggled, especially in that fourth quarter against ADR. They were just torched in that second half. 21 unanswered by ADR. That Broad Axe secondary exposed. Got to be a big question for them going to the playoffs is that can their defense hold up and can their receivers make the catches they need? Because Clancy alone can't do it. He's great, but he can't do it by himself.
I could do it with him.
Huh?
I could do it with him.
You could do it?
Oh, snap. He wants to go out there and play wide receiver with Clancy, man.
You want to play receiver for Clancy?
That's what he's saying.
He's nodding his head. Maddox is game. All right. Future Broad Axe receiver? Clancy might be still there by that point. I mean, Maddox, go for it, bud.
Who's going to drop me there?
We got you. We're going to drive you there.
Yeah, we'll get you a ride, man.
You get a ride every week.
Okay, you're going to fight over there.
This kid is ready to play.
No, they're not. They're not legal.
Oh, yeah. No disrespect to the defense. It's the secondary I have an issue with for Broad Axe. The rest of the defense, the Ridenauer and that defensive line is fine. It's just that secondary concerns me sometimes when I look at him play. Now looking at number 2, Ruckus, the positives. Steven Renner, Derek Dehaney, a nice 1-2 punch. The defense can still go. They play good team defense. The bad news is I don't think they can handle doubleheaders very well. I feel like depth hurts this team because I notice in doubleheaders they just aren't as good. That second game seems to kill them. They don't have what it takes to play 2 games. And I feel like that really hurts them come playoff time. You've got to be able to play 2 games. And as for number 1, ADR, the positives, where do we start? The offense is... Yeah. ADR is having a record year. They're outscoring their opponents by almost 30 points per game. They're just dominant right now, and it's really hard to describe any negatives to it. Like, the only negative I can see is... maybe something happens. I don't know. I just feel like ADR right now is playing at a whole other level. Now, looking ahead, as we move along to the schedule for this week, our playoff games. We're right on time according to my schedule log. Fun fact.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wrote 10:20 for the schedule, so we're 2 minutes off. That's awesome. Looking ahead at the schedule, Red Knights Broad Axe, 10 a.m. Third meeting this season. Broadax won both of those. First time 18-13. Second time 41-12. Can we talk about and admire the fact that this game features two national championship appearing quarterbacks in Andy Hoffman and Kevin Clancy?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Broadax.
legit.
Broadax.
I'll go with Kevin Clancy.
We'll get the picks in a moment, but I just want to take a moment and just I want you guys to appreciate this, the respect and what these two achieved. Kevin Clancy and Andy Hoffman. Kevin Clancy got to the national championship and won in 2018 with Bullets. Andy was in the runner-up for the Red Knights in 2017. That's something that is hard to achieve to get to that level. Respect this matchup. This is going to be a nice game between two excellent quarterbacks. Seriously. You guys may laugh because of the result last week, but admire this game because you're seeing greatness against somebody who's also great. Greatness versus greatness because they both have made it to that top bar where a majority of us have never made it to. The next matchup, Ruckus Railroaders, 11:30 a.m., third meeting this season. Ruckus defeated the Railroaders 21-6 in the Bassford Heritage Bowl, while the Ruckus defeated the Railroaders last week 23-0. I feel like this is going to be more like the first game, a little bit closer. Final game is the game of the week. Warriors program, 1 o'clock, third meeting this year. It was 8-0 Warriors over the program on Cinco de Mayo. And then program over the Warriors 14-8 2 weeks later. Going to be an interesting third game, the rubber matchup. As we now head to predictions. Broadax Red Knights. Ross, who do you got?
Broadax.
Broadax, why?
Because they're a better team.
Because they're a better team? Okay.
Broadax.
Maddox has Broadax. I think if the Knights bring everybody, this is going to be a nice, interesting, competitive game. I feel like Broadax is because I highlighted earlier, whether it be the drops by the receiving core or whether it be the secondary and their issues could be highlighted in this game.
Wait,
I feel like
mine. It's Red Knights.
Red Knights?
You can't change it.
I think I convinced him into that one.
I think you did too.
I swayed him into that one.
Stop being so gullible, kid.
But to be honest, though, Red Knights will put up a fight. It'll be a close game. I feel like in the end, Broadax pulls away.
Broadax by at least 10.
Kevin Clancy comes through in the end for Broadax. I'm going not 10. I'm going to go 2 touchdowns. But it won't be a blowout. It'll be something where Broadax pulls away in the end.
Right.
As time goes on, they wear out the Knights. They get to the next round.
Yeah, I can do that.
Next game, Ruckus Railroaders. Personally, I got Ruckus, but I feel like the Railroaders, if they bring everybody, if they play it as good as they say they are, they can surprise some people. But right now, I know more about Ruckus. I know what they can do. I'm going to go Ruckus by at least 3 scores. I feel like Renner in the air is going to have a big day.
Do you want to know what I think?
I feel like their defense is going to get stops. What do you think?
I think the Railroaders are going to win that game.
You think the Railroaders are going to win?
Plot twist.
Ross is picking Brunswick.
I am. I've been waiting all night to do that.
Oh my, okay, so you got Brunswick in your bracket.
Yeah.
Okay, so our brackets are different. So why do you think the Railroaders win this? I want to hear this argument.
I mean, why not? They started putting a good game together. Listen, they are due up.
Come
for
on
an
camera,
actual-
come on camera. If you're going to say
No,
something,
hell
you got to come on camera.
No, I'm definitely not going to come on camera and talk the Raiders up that much. But listen,
Okay.
the Raiders up that much. But I think they win this game. It's been a while. It depends who's quarterback for them and all that good stuff. They bring Ian. Seemed like Ian gave the offense that spark that it needed. They can win that game, man. They haven't played a full game for a while. They keep getting rained out.
Let's go.
Stuff like that. So, you never know.
So he's got Railroaders. Maddox, who do you got, Ruckus or Railroaders? Ruckus, so Maddox has Ruckus. I'm going Ruckus. Yeah, we're going Ruckus. So 2 for Ruckus, 1 for Railroaders. Program Warriors, I know who you got.
Yeah.
Who do I got?
You gotta
you
go
got,
Warriors.
Tough one.
Who do you got, Joey?
This is going to be the most physical game of the day by far.
100%.
It's going to be a dog fight from start to finish. It's going to be brutal. I feel like this depends on what the quarterback situation is for both sides. Both sides have like some kind of issue, in my opinion. I feel like
I don't think so.
you don't. Well, of course you don't. I'm not going to ask your opinion on your quarterbacks because I know your
I don't
answer.
think so.
I just, no disrespect to Cody, but he did struggle against program in the last game. But you know what? Fox went out there and tried. He threw 2 picks. On the other side of that coin, I saw Adam struggle against that Warriors team back in Cinco de Mayo. But I saw Ricky go out there and play like Ricky does in the postseason. You remember how I talked about Matt Eisenberg in the postseason?
Yeah,
Can we talk about how Ricky Miller can turn it on in the postseason?
he could.
He's shown it in the B bracket before. He had Top Gun go on runs that were improbable when it looked like they were down. Ricky can go in the postseason. I feel like if Ricky's the quarterback, the program wins this game. I just feel like Ricky Miller
I disagree with that as well.
is enough of a spark to this program offense that if he just gets about 2 scores and the defense plays their game, they can win this.
Hopefully the rest just lets play too. Got a little jab in there.
We'll see. But I feel like Adam, on the other hand, I feel like the Warriors' pass rush will be against him, which is the biggest thing. Especially closing in that pocket will get him in trouble. Boone was on point earlier. I agreed with everything Chris Boone said about this game. I feel like it's going to go down to who's quarterback, and if Adam's QB, I got the Warriors. So right now, it all depends, really. I got Warriors if it's Adam, but I got program as Ricky. So I got 2 brackets, technically speaking. I know it's
You
hard.
can't do that. Pick one, man.
You want me to pick one?
Pick one to stick with. I picked the Railroaders, man. You
I'm
gotta
picking
pick
pro.
one,
You know what? I'm
That's
picking.
fine.
I'm picking
That's
program.
fair.
I'm going with the program.
That's fine.
I just
I'm good with it.
I just feel like
You're wrong, but I'm good with
I
it.
just want to pick them. I just want to pick them for the heck of it, just because you're here.
Okay. I like it.
I'll go with program. If you don't
I
want
like
me to, I'll just go program. That's fine.
I'll go on your bracket.
All right, program's in my bracket. So semifinals, your matchup. You got program. Your own
Real?
son just picked against
He's
you.
different. You need to go to bed.
Nope.
Your own
You do.
son just picked against you. How does that
You
feel?
officially need to go to bed.
Maddox Collins has predicted the program to beat the Warriors. Let that be known.
Same coach probably told him to say that.
So in Maddox's bracket, he's got program.
Yup.
By the way, we're going to do the semis and finals for bracket-wise, too, because currently I don't plan on doing a show next week. Now, if you guys want it bad enough, I might change my mind, but right now I'm leaning towards no. Just because I feel like doing this all tonight. So, to finish out our brackets, semifinals, in my bracket, I have Ruckus Broadaxe. And I have... You know what? Let's do it next week. Let's do it next week.
Oh,
Because I just want to go
You're
back to
not
that
fully
Railroaders.
sold on
I just want
that.
to talk about that Railroaders pick after that game because that could be something. We'll be back next week for round 2, guys. Till then, you all have a good night, and we'll see you Sunday.